Hello and welcome to Buckman's Model Mania. Today I'm going to be working on the Batmobile Stage 95 and 96 from Fanhome. And these two just kind of go together. They are the exhaust pipes. I don't know if you call them exhaust pipes. In one show of the TV show, they launched rockets out of them. So, not sure what you'd call them. I'm going to leave the Batmobile there because most of the work is going to, well, not most, but a good portion of the work will be on the bottom of the car, which cannot stress enough, do not set your car on the windshield or on the, that's the back window. It will, I don't know for sure if it will break it, but it very easily could. So I'm going to prop it up on things again, just like I've done. I did that with the Ecto. Any car that I build that has that has to be turned over after the parts are put on, I take care to put something under it so that it is supported and I'm not putting pressure on delicate pieces. Perfect example of that would be the Ghostbuster car. Most people broke their lights off on that. I never did. My lights never broke because I sat it on boxes. So what we've got in here, we've got 3 exhaust stacks. We've got the base here, which is plastic. We've got some AM screws. They're going to be going into metal. And then we have 2 short and 1 long stack. And these are actually metal. They look really cool. So let's turn the page, and here's the process. We're going to put the stack on. These stacks are going to go on there. And they are keyed. They can only go on one direction. And then we're going to put them on the bottom of the car. With that, because we're doing that, I need to get these parts out of the way. And I have decided that from now on, because if you watched my last video, you'll know that I shut off the camera again inadvertently, didn't mean to. So from now on, what I'm going to do is if I pause the camera, I'm not pausing the camera. I'm going to stop the camera, and then I'm going to come back and explain what I did off camera. So like I said, these are keyed. There's a keyway there. And a tab. So it goes on there just like that. It's not focusing on it. You can almost see it. The reflection it shows doesn't show it very well. Let's see if we can see it on this one here. So you can see the keyway push down onto the tab. And these are pretty snug. At least this one is. First one just kind of went on easy. We'll do the same thing with the third one. These end ones are a little snug. Make sure that it's in there the right way. We want to make sure that these are all correctly on here because this is an iconic part of the Batmobile. And they're going to go underneath here and come up like that. Let's see. Yeah, it should stay in place once it's there, once the stacks are there. So let me bring some things over so I can turn the car upside down. So we're gonna we'll turn it like this first. Let me see. Nope, that is going right on the window. We set that on here. Piece of broken plastic from the packaging. slide this back in place. Just like that. Make sure that the open ends of the exhaust pipes are pointing to the rear. Not this one. This one. Grab the screwdriver. Get 2 of the 3 AM screws that were provided out. Make sure there's some oil available. Dip the screw in the oil. And put the tighten the screw down. I'm going to go ahead and tighten this one all the way down. Do the same thing with the second one. Set these screws off to the side. I'm going to leave the Batmobile upside down for the moment. And move everything up. Man, those little pieces of plastic, broken plastic, are everywhere. So that's stage 95. Let me grab stage 96 from behind me. Stage 96 is the trunk lid. Trunk lid, hinges, etc. So we're working on mainly the rear deck. And the trunk lid is metal. Go ahead and get that out. The nice iconic red pinstripe. I just love that so much. So we have some DM or CM and AM screws. We have the 2 hinges, and there is a left and a right. They have to go on the right sides. What is that? D prop catch. And then the 2 hinge brackets. These are the brackets that are going to attach it to the car. Let's get the book. Wrong book. Got the book open. I was about to get the book open and already had it open. So first thing we're going to do is we're going to fit the hinges on here. And the hinges are going to go on in a specific order or specific direction. Key thing to note is that your pin on each hinge, the pin that will actually go into the car, that right there, goes to the outside. Of course, I'm underneath the car while I'm doing this. This one is going to go here. This one's going to go here. And so those are going to go in using AM screws. So let me get 4 of them out. We'll dip them into the oil. I'm going to get all 4 of them started and then tighten them down. Interesting that that bracket, I believe, goes right here. Get the 3rd one in. As long as I'm not moving it back and forth, it should be fine. It's not going to scratch the paint. If it does scratch the paint, I'll cry a little bit. It's way back when this was first announced by another company. I signed up for this every single time it came out. It wasn't until Fanhome got it that it actually went into production. So tighten these down. Okay, so there's the trunk lid. Let's turn the page, move these screws so I know where they are. Using 1 AM screw for the trunk prop catch. Okay, I'm going to use the AM screw from the last issue that is still sitting here. My brush cleaner is out of water. So we're going to put it on here like that. Put a screw in. I'm curious what that's actually going to do. So tighten that screw in. And then the trunk lid, probably go better from the bottom. Just lift it up. Precarious, I know. So the trunk lid is going to go in there like this. We're going to get it in place, make sure it is fitting right. Come on. Oh. There we go. Almost. So we're going to go up like that. Come on. Get it into place like that. Put it back on here so it's supported. Let's see. Place the trunk lid into the rear bottom. Keeping the hinges in place by covering the brackets and securing the 4 cm screws. Okay. So we're going to put these little brackets in here. I'm still not sure what this piece is doing. We'll put the brackets in here like that. We'll get the 4 screws out, dip them in the oil, tighten them down, and we'll go from there. Got the first one. And definitely want to make sure you get all 4 of these started first so that you don't have to fight with trying to get them to go in when the trunk is not, or the trunk lid is not in there correctly. The pins go into the little gaps between, underneath, between, well, there's gaps for the pins to go into, and then these panels are locking those pins into those gaps. Whoop. Where'd you go? Got it. Just like a real car, it has places you can lose things into. Okay. So now we're going to tighten each of these down completely. Snug and snug. Do the same on this side. Get that one tight. I do not look forward to when I'm trying to turn this thing over when it's got the car on it. Okay. So no good handholds anymore. Because we just put the trunk door, or the trunk lid, into my last good handhold. So let's go ahead and close that, or set that down. Move these back out of the way. Yeah, these could have been done a little bit better. Would have been nice if they'd actually attached, but those are done. And then we've got the trunk lid here. Opens about that far, closes, matches really nicely. Let's turn the car around. Take this camera, aim it down, and swap cameras. And that is what the Batmobile looks like at this point in time. It looks like there are fingerprints everywhere. It is, the finish is such that it is actually a lot cleaner than it looks. It just reflects everything. Might have to actually use some real car wax on it. You know, and part of it is the bright lights. Once you take the bright lights off, it looks fantastic. I am loving this build. So that's the image I'm going to leave you guys with. What was I going to say? Oh, thank you for stopping by. Appreciate you, all the viewership. Like, subscribe, and hit the bell icon to be notified of any time I post new content. Leave a message or leave a comment. Let me know what you think. I am loving the Batmobile. Let's get a little bit more. That's as far as it'll go back. But I am loving the Batmobile. Looks fantastic. Looking very forward to having it done. This was issues 95 and 96. So 24 issues to go. 5 issues, that's 5 months. So sometime in February. Was going to be 6 issues, but they changed it up because of tariffs. I would prefer them to have not. I was enjoying 6 issues a month, but I'm not in charge. So with that, I am going to say thank you, or I am going to say take care of yourselves, take care of each other, have a great day. Have a great day tomorrow, and I will see you in the next video or stream.
Model mania, hard work models, plastic modeling, wooden models. Workman's model mania, hard work models, plastic modeling, wooden models.